Attention, all agents. The Evil Conspiracy Consortium hierarchy has been unable to get its e-commerce malware, codename Paymail, into any payment processing system. There is a bounty of 200,000 evil coin cryptocurrency to anyone who can introduce Paymail into the online commerce arena. This offer is open to any agents of any organization, but we must have this in place before the last of the Tongolian geosynchronous satellites loses orbit. Urgent action is required now. Also, we will pay 50 additional evil coin for the location where the World Alliance on International Law and Superheroics is keeping Ursula Dulcimel. Her mother is worried about her. Consortium out.
I have it.
Hi, Trevor. I have a question. Which room are you remodeling?
Remodeling?
Yeah, that big silver trash box in the backyard. I figured it was for rubbish from remodeling.
Trash box? Oh, that's right. That's really more Anna Kat's project. Honey, Lenny's asking about the container. Do you want to tell him about the remodel?
The remodel? Oh, yes. We're converting one of the bedrooms to a recording studio. Olive has been helping me. We, sing together. So that's the reason you might have seen her around. If you did.
I really hadn't noticed. It's not like I'm watching your house all the time. You know, like Kelly does.
Kelly watches the house?
She said she does. And she says she sees weird things, too.
What kind of weird things?
She said she saw an amazing woman walk in your front door one night. I tried to tell her it was just Anna Kat in her Halloween costume.
Right. You saw my costume. I was probably just coming back from a party.
Speaking of odd things, is that a limousine pulling up in front of your place?
It is.
And Anna Kat, isn't that your mother getting out?
It is.
And those are her suitcases. Her 2 large suitcases. I'm getting honeymoon flashbacks.
Why didn't you tell me your mother was coming to visit?
Well, she didn't exactly tell us either.
I know your dad's business is doing well, but I didn't know he was doing like a limousine well.
He's not. That's my grandma's limousine. And her driver, Charles.
Grandma has a limousine and a driver?
Yes, I'll explain later. Mom, let me get those.
Shouldn't you go help her?
Right.
Wave to Kelly as you go past.
My Amazing Woman, starring Lena Garcia and AJ Cruz. Inside the Waring townhouse.
So, Mom, what brings you by?
With large suitcases. Like you're gonna stay.
Baby, I need to stay with you for a while. Mom, your grandma, is going on a cruise and says that Marie and Charles have vacations planned too. So, she's having the manor fumigated.
Marie?
Grandma's maid.
Grandma has a maid? Why am I surprised?
I told her there are no bugs in Wentworth Manor, but she said that fumigation is why there are no bugs in Wentworth Manor. So I need to stay with you till it's done.
Wentworth Manor? Like in the Wentworth Manor?
Why can't you stay at home with Dad?
Anna, sweetheart, your father and I are separating.
What?
He got mad at me for not telling him the whole truth about you.
What truth about Anna Kat?
That you aren't my biological kid either.
What do you mean, either?
Remember when you lived with Grandma Annabelle and Grandma Katie?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, that was the last time we separated, when I had to tell him that he wasn't your biological father.
What?
We worked through all that. But when he found out that I'm not your biological mother, well, he blew a gasket. Do you have tea? I could use some tea.
In the kitchen, second cabinet. Honey, are you okay?
I don't know.
Did you not know you were adopted?
Not until today.
Did you not know your parents separated?
Not this time. I knew when I was a kid, although I didn't know why.
Okay. Wow. I'm sorry, honey.
Leave it to Mom to toss a couple of bombs and go for tea.
Trevor, where is the sugar?
Let me go help the bombardier.
I'm back. Who said Tungolia could launch satellites in the first place?
Probably the same person who said they didn't have a safe way to bring them all down. Did you lock the storage unit?
I did. Neither Mom, nor Lenny, nor Kelly is seeing the melted satellites inside. I just wish I didn't have to wait until they're falling from space to get them.
Hector says that a lot of their businesses use their satellites for money transactions, so you don't want to put them out of commission before they're ready.
Oh, all right. It'd just be easier if Mom wasn't here. I still can't believe Mom and Dad are separating.
I still can't believe you're rich.
I'm not rich. Grandma Annabelle is rich.
Yeah, but you're rich adjacent.
You're silly.
By the way, Diana says Wales will send someone over to collect the satellites we do have tomorrow.
Diana? Where's Olive?
She had to go to Antarctica. She heard there was going to be an attempt to spring Ursula Dulcimel. Diana wanted to go, but Olive was afraid of what she might do to Ursula.
Well, Ursula did try to kill her and all. Me, too.
Fair point. Anyway, Diana needed to stick around because Wales said Etch is trying some big financial scheme and the agency needs her help.
Well, I could use her help keeping Mom occupied. Mom wants to go everywhere with me.
Maybe you could pawn her off onto Madison.
That's a good idea.
Really? I didn't know those phrases could go together. Madison and good idea.
At a hotel bar in town.
Jefe, this job sounds like it will have no breaking of things in it.
I agree, Juan, that this does not play to your strengths, but when you are Lazlo Dviznik, world's greatest secret agent, and you are also short of money, you do what you can.
Okay, but how do we get the malware onto all of the sales systems?
We don't. We only have to get it into one. It will travel down the electronic transactions and spread like wildfire. But you need administrator access to install this particular bug. Fortunately, I have found such an administrator.
You have?
Yes, his name is Richard Walker. I will set him up to look like he cheated on his wife and then blackmail him for access.
That sounds like a good plan. But this picture is him, and this picture is her?
Yes, Juan. Why do you ask?
Because you don't have to set him up. He's over there, with a blonde woman, who isn't that woman.
By the grains of the plains, you're right.
Thank you.
This is even better.
How is this better?
First of all, I don't have to split our take with anyone.
And
watch, my friend, and find out how one becomes the world's greatest secret agent.
I told you before, Mom, you can't ride with me when I do rideshare.
It's true, Mrs. Walker. Kitty Cat won't even let me ride with her. I understand it's against the rules.
You know what's against the rules, Madison? Her father dating his assistant, who is as young as his daughter.
Daddy's not dating his assistant.
What does this look like?
It looks like your father and a woman at a bar, Annie.
Uh-huh.
Mama, Daddy is a salesman. He's always met people at bars.
They're drinking together.
I understand that happens at bars occasionally.
I'm going to prove to you that your father is cheating on me.
I thought you said he left because you're not my biological mother.
Come again?
Mom told me that she and Dad separated because he's mad at her for not telling him I wasn't her kid.
He did get mad, and he disappeared for a week, probably to be with her. And when he came back, I left.
Have you considered talking to him?
Don't be silly.
Yes. Why should my mother consider doing something productive to save her marriage when she could just follow me around?
What is that?
That's an alarm to remind me to pick up Mrs. Tong from the satellite office.
Mrs. Tong? Satellite office, right.
Mom, why don't you and Maddie just go have fun until I get back?
I know just the place for us to start, Mrs. Walker.
Okay, but tell me, why is her alarm on your phone, too?
Oh, that. That's in case Anna forgets her phone when she's with me. So, how much room do you have on your credit card?
At a hotel bar in town.
This bracelet is lovely, Mrs. Walker. But I really shouldn't accept it.
Nonsense. Better I spend it on you than he spends it on her.
Mrs. Walker, Annie could be right. That picture might not mean anything. And anyway, where did you get it from?
Some beefy Spanish boy gave it to me. He went to Mom's house looking for me, and she sent him to Anna's house. He said it was a message from a friend.
Some friend?
You know, I like you, Madison. You're like the daughter I never had.
You have a daughter?
I know, but you're independent and carefree. You do what you want, when you want, with whom you want. I used to be like that. Then I had Anna Catherine.
I thought you said you weren't her biological mother.
That's right. I told you, didn't I? I have been telling that lie for so long. It's weird not to. Anyway, when I got Anna Catherine, I had to give it all up. All of it.
Speaking of giving, I have to give my nose a powder. I'll be right back.
Excuse me, madam. Is this seat taken?
It is now, comrade. Have a seat.
Thank you. May I ask your name?
You may, indeed. I am Adrienne Huntington Wentworth. Adrienne Huntington Wentworth. And you are?
The name is Smith. Bob Smith.
Oh, Mr. Smith.
Doctor.
Doctor. No. Do you have, by any chance, a license to thrill?
Let's find out. After all, you only live once.
You know, I never do anything like this.
Never say never again.
Lazlo Dviznik?
And on top of all this, you still haven't been able to get Anakat's father on the phone at all. I need to talk to them to figure out what's going on. If I can just get Adrienne to go home, then maybe Anakat could relax a little. And you're not listening to me at all, are you?
No.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
I'm sorry. I wasn't listening.
Do tell. What's wrong?
ECCH has contracted out this malware finance attack to every Juan, Rick, and Lazlo. If I have to deal with Dviznik and Casteñada again, I'm going to scream.
You already have.
Right, sorry. Hang on. There's a call coming in.
Diana, we have a problem.
What do you mean, we?
I was out with Adrienne Walker.
Anakat did call you. Good.
You're there too, Drippy? Fine. Anyway, I'm pretty sure Adrienne was just picked up by Lazlo Dviznik.
What do you mean, picked up?
You know exactly what she means.
Great. Just great. Madison, would you tell Anakat?
Already done, Counselor. She's on her way down here now. More later.
And I'm so on my way down there, too. Right after I make a stop.
Okay, fine. I'll make my own calls. This is as good as a time as any to beta test Craig's AI. Betsy, call Richard Walker at all known numbers.
At the hotel bar.
Where is she?
Lazlo's room, I suppose.
And where is that?
We could ask at the desk. Kitty Cat, are you all right?
No. Hang on.
Oh, comrade.
Found her.
Annie, honey, do you think you should just barge in there without a plan?
Oh, I have a plan. I plan to drag Mother right out the window and back to Daddy.
That doesn't seem to be very well thought out, given that you're wearing a turtleneck blouse and pleated skirt.
What's wrong with my outfit?
Nothing. It's more the whole why is that woman from the Fashion Friends website flying through the air?
I forgot to change.
Don't tell me you flew over here like that.
Maybe.
Take a breath, Anna Banana.
Okay.
Better?
Nope.
Well, at least she ran. I suppose I should follow her, only I didn't actually see where she went.
Hello, pretty lady.
Hello, large, muscular man.
Can I buy you a drink?
I don't know, can you?
I don't get it.
I've been hanging around with Greg too much. Yes, you may buy me a drink. I don't know that I'll drink it, but you may buy it.
You are funny. What's your name?
Madison. And what's your name?
Juan Casteñada.
I thought you looked familiar. So, tell me, Juan, why are you here?
I'm just waiting for a friend to finish his business.
That's funny. I'm waiting for a friend too.
Is she as nice as you?
Juan!
Excuse me, I have to go be somewhere else.
Don't you run away!
Hello, Diana. Who's your loud friend?
Lazlo Dviznik's worst nightmare.
Well, if she's a worse nightmare than Annie right now, that's saying something.
Elsewhere in the hotel.
You must see the sunrise over the lake in my homeland.
No, she must not.
Anna?
Mother, what are you doing?
I'm playing gin rummy.
Is that what you call it?
That's what everyone calls it.
Oh. But you're a married woman.
Married women are not allowed to play cards.
Not when they have a perfectly good deck at home.
This is a most unusual country.
Your father has made it quite clear he no longer has any interest in me.
That's not true.
Richard?
Daddy, how did you get here?
I brought him here.
After I tracked your mother's phone.
I thought these two needed to talk.
He can go talk to his secretary.
What does that mean?
I saw the picture of the two of you at the bar.
Someone took a picture of me at the bar?
That would be me. I am a photographer.
I thought you said you were a doctor.
I am a doctor of photography.
Anyway, she wanted to talk about her girlfriend.
Her girlfriend?
Yes. She said they were going through a rough patch and wanted my advice. Wanted to know my secret since you and I have been together for so long.
So, you were talking to her about me?
Yes. But I left out the insane jealousy and lying to me for years parts.
Yeah, about that. Ugh.
That woman at the satellite office sure keeps weird hours.
Honey, you have to go.
Fine. I'll meet you back at the house once I'm done.
Oh, and don't forget to change before you go out driving.
Ugh.
Come on, I'll drive you home.
Sir, may I have your business card?
Save it, Lazlo.
Bob.
Whatever.
Lazlo! Lazlo!
I think it's that room.
Lazlo!
I think he's gone into the other room from the suite.
He's definitely gone into the other room of the suite.
I asked you to take out the trash and you were gone for 2 years?
Hell hath no fury like a wife whose trash hasn't been taken out in 2 years.
Back at the Waring townhouse.
AJ, you had to know I would be upset about this. I mean, you lying to me about being Anna's father was why we split up the first time.
I just couldn't tell you the whole story, Richard. The girl who gave up her baby trusted me to give the child a good home and to keep her secret. If you weren't so damn illogical.
You don't need to be a private eye to figure out blood typing.
Anyway, she's dead now, so none of it matters.
None of what matters.
You're back. Great. Nobody saw you put anything in the dumpster, right?
No, nobody saw.
I was just telling your father that I don't have to keep the secret anymore. Secrets eat away at a relationship.
I feel that way too, Mom.
So, you don't keep things from Trevor?
No, Mom, I don't. But I have been keeping something from you. And Dad. Sit down, please.
Honey, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I am. It's time to get past all the secrets.
Okay.
Mom, Dad, there's something about me you should know.
You're amazing woman.
Richard, let her tell it.
You know?
Yes, dear, we know. We're pretty sure Madison is red light, too.
They don't look the same, but boy, do they dress the same.
You aren't lying.
How did you know?
Baby, you were amazing woman while you were still living with us. Your mother said she saw you flying one night, so I put up motion-activated cameras to prove she was nuts. Once I saw it, too, she and I agreed to keep your secret.
You haven't told anyone?
Honey, you just found out this week that you're adopted. If there is one thing I can do, it's keep a secret.
And that should be the last of them.
Here's hoping Tongolia stays out of the space race. So how you doing?
I'm fine. Flying up to the edge of space doesn't bother me.
Come on, you know what I meant. I meant emotionally.
Oh, I'd rather not think about it.
You know what I would like to talk about?
What?
All that cash Granny Annie has.
I don't think anyone's ever called Grandma Annabelle that. And if you want me to inherit anything, you'd better not call her that either.
Oh, I won't.
You know what I am enjoying thinking about?
What?
Lazlo Dviznik being dragged home by his wife.
Well, Diana said Olive didn't want him incarcerated, so what better way to punish him than that?
I hope you don't feel that way.
What way?
That being married to me is a punishment?
Being married to you is the best thing that ever happened to me, even with crazy people trying to kill us and spies trying to seduce my mother-in-law and Madison showing up every morning for breakfast like she lived here.
Don't forget Lenny showing up for dinner every other night and Kelly watching us all the time.
Yes. But even with all that, I love you very, very much, Miss Waring.
I love you too, Mr. Waring.
Red. Definitely red.
What's definitely red?
The sports car I'm gonna buy with your inheritance. Would you prefer blue?
Good night, honey.
Purple? Purple offsets your hair very nicely. Green? Ooh, lemon yellow.
You've been listening to Season 2, Episode 4 of My Amazing Woman, titled My Amazing Mother-in-Law, starring AJ Cruz as Trevor and Lena Garcia as Anna Cat, guest starring Nancy G. Bober as Mom, Scott Dawson as Dad, and Daronin Enigma as Lazlo Dviznik, World's Greatest Secret Agent, featuring Sophie Flack as Madison, Frank Guglielmelli as Lenny, and Michelle Sobeski as Diana, with Patrick Vierzba as Juan Casteñada, Lara Lai as Irina Dviznik, World's Angriest Secret Agent wife, Nancy O'Fallon as the dispatcher of and James C. Taylor as your narrator. This episode was produced and written by James with story editing from Nicole P. Harrell and script continuity from Ken Halloran. It was voice directed by Mark Allen Bauer and dialogue edited by James, with sound mastering and original music also by James. Sound effects are from freesound.org. This is a production of Hey Daddy-O Audio in affiliation with Time Will Electronic Recording Productions, copyright 2023 by James C. Taylor, all rights reserved. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, events, and incidents are the products of the author's peculiar imagination. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead or actual events is purely coincidental.